Yep.
Okay, I have to do the millennial pause. So that's done now. So this is in response to this is in response to the thread that's on book club right now about the Abschneiden. I think there's a lot of confusion there. Some of that's probably my fault. So I wanted to clear it up real quick in the video. I was reading it on the way in, and so I thought I'd just touch on that now. So first, let's talk about what the four slices are, right? So if Sam and I are engaged, and I see Sam cutting around, I can drive in and I can slice against his arms, either over or cut around under, right? And so they call the four slices are over on the right, over on the left, under on the right, under on the left. Okay, so those are the four slices, and they're for slicing away that motion when you're cutting around the other side. So if I'm engaged in close play again, if I see them pull back to go to the other side, I can take the slice, and then as he's coming down, I can use the slice to stop the action, right? So this is an underslice. So then what would I do next? That's the term that's being thrown around, handschreiten, the pressing of the hand. So I stop Sam's slice, and then after I arrest his motion, I don't want to start the slice really while he's still cutting it, because I'm going to move to the weak, and he's going to have leverage, and he'll finish his cut. But I'm going to stop his motion with the slice, and after I feel that he's not pressing on me anymore, I'm going to transform the underslice to the overslice. And that's where I actually get the wound, or the primary wound. That technique of moving the under to the over, or the over to the under, that's called handschreiten, or pressing of hands. Okay, so now here's the confusion. Bilal asked, he performed a technique, and he said, hey, is this Abschneiden? And there was some confusion. I think Alex and I think Brandon posted too briefly that it's not an early KDF Abschneiden, and Alex went into it saying it's not Abschneiden. Abschneiden is the slicing motion that I just showed you. The source of that confusion is we have three primary early KDF texts, Ringek, Lou, and Pseudo von Danzig. We also have Metal and Pseudo Dobringer, but we normally do RDL, Ringek, Danzig, Lou. Danzig and Lou call that action I just showed you, the four slices. And so does every other primary author, with the exception of Ringek. Ringek calls that action, stopping with the slice, he calls that Abschneiden, okay? Is this making it more simple or more complicated? I thought I cleared it up real quick, but I'm getting into it. What we generally call that is the halting his cut around with the slice to the arms. We call that one of the four slices, or the handschreiten. All right, again, Ringek calls that Abschneiden. What every other author calls Abschneiden is actually what Bilal performed. So I think, Bilal, yes, you did perform an Abschneiden. If, let's see, so if I'm fencing from the sweeps, right, if I'm throwing Streichen and Sam cuts into me slowly, and I move that sword out, that motion where our blades meet, and I am slicing his blade, I'm slicing against his blade to pull it out of the way, and coming around, that's Abschneiden. That's what Lou says is Abschneiden, that's what Pseudo von Danzig, that's also what Meyer says Abschneiden is called. So I think you're performing the correct motion. It's similar to wrenching, except it's below. So if, let's say Sam is really pressing into my parry, or pressing a parry and trying not to let me do anything, I could perform a similar motion by turning my sword and moving his out of the way. We call that a wrench, right? So a wrench is with my sword above, Abschneiden is with my sword below. They're both really the same core motion. I think the words are a little bit interchangeable. I hope that makes sense, and get at me with any questions. Thanks, y'all.